Hey everybody, wake up. This is Wake Up with Mark Joyner, episode number 75, and today we will discuss how to win big with small actions. Okay, it's funny, when I talk about stuff like this, people will come back and they will come with counterexamples. Well, Mark, what about that book that says don't sweat the small stuff? You're about to give us a little spiel about small stuff, but there is this self-help book that says don't sweat the small stuff, so ergo you must be wrong. I find that quite amusing. There are different viewpoints of the world. This is the way the world is. And sometimes some viewpoints are useful and sometimes the same viewpoints are not. What I'm about to tell you is going to be useful in many contexts. There will be other contexts where it is not useful. When I'm talking about the small stuff, I'm talking about a very specific kind of small stuff. I'm not talking about, getting angry about who moved your cheese. I'm referring to that book specifically, Who Moved My Cheese, which is a great little book with a great point. Quite different from the point I'm about to make. See, sometimes little things add up. This is part of the larger Kaizen discussion, is it not? That over time, if you do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, it starts to add up. These little tiny changes amount to big changes over time. And sometimes big changes can be even catastrophic to a business, especially. It's like, imagine you've got the Titanic, moving in a particular vector. It's going to take so much energy to change course that energy that you put into changing course is going to take energy away from the day-to-day operations of running the Titanic, and it's going to make the Titanic sink, if you want to use that metaphor. That is what often happens to many businesses. So Kaizen is one of the answers to that. Now, that's only part of the whole discussion of Kaizen, because there is this cumulative effect that's very fascinating to me. Now, one of the ways that this comes up is in shaving time off particular activities. So let's say, for example, you have something that normally takes you an hour to do on a day-to-day basis, but if you can get it done in 5 minutes, that opens up 55 minutes of your time. Now, that's pretty obvious, right? There are obvious cases of this. For example, if you learn that high-intensity interval training protocols like Tabata are actually more efficient at burning fat than doing hours upon hours of long, slow distance, you start to realize over time that adds up. Hey, if I can get a 12-minute workout in and get the same benefit or even better benefit than I could from a 60-minute, very dull session on the treadmill, why would I not do that? Now, sometimes, though, it's very subtle. And I'm going to switch into a sales pitch here now for Simpleology 5.9, which we are starting to release today. If you go to simpleology.com/59, go to the URL here. See, hopefully you can read that, simpleology.com. Put just a slash and then the number 5 and the number 9 after that, and that will take you to the last in a blog post series. It's talking about Simpleology 5.9. I recommend you read the whole series. The whole thing is very fascinating. There's a discussion there that everybody needs to be having. Most businesses are not conscious enough of this phenomenon. Let me give you the TLDR. I'm going to give you a very specific example of something that used to take a long time inside Simpleology 5.8, which is now super duper fast in Simpleology 5.9. So, project management is but a tiny fraction of what goes on inside Simpleology. It's funny, a lot of people compare it to a lot of these other project management platforms. It's much more than that, right? We don't like to consider ourselves competitors with those things because that's just a tiny slice of what we do. We are something completely different. We are a blue ocean, different kind of identity from any of those things. However, we do project management inside of that, and it's an agile, compliant, Kanban/Cardwall style project management system. That's the one that we find to be the most efficient, the most scalable, the best to use out there. Now, in the past, if you got a task assigned to you about a comment on one of the project cards. By the way, it was funny. There's some new project management software out there that is touting that they are the first project management software to allow you to assign comments to people on cards. We thought that was quite funny because we've had that feature for years. Anyway, when you got a comment assigned to you, before what you had to do is you had to click an icon that would take you to the card, then you had to scroll down to the card, and then you had to find the comment, and then when you replied, it was all one big stack of comments. And there was lots of scrolling back and forth, lots of clicking, lots of moving around, and it frustrated all of us. We're like, why is it this inefficient? We need to make this whole process much more efficient. So now what happens is, if somebody, and this is in Simpleology 5.9, you won't see this yet unless you've received an invitation to upgrade. If you're in the Simpleology database, you will get that invitation. If you don't see it, check your spam folder. If you're not yet a Simpleology member, you can just go to simpleology.com, sign up for a free trial there, and then you will get the invitation to upgrade to Simpleology 5.9 within the next a week or so. Now, here's the way it works now. Okay, and this is one of the many, many little improvements that we have in Simpleology 5.9. So now when you get a comment assigned to you and you're looking at it in the context of your daily targets, you click on the comment icon, it brings the comments up instantly. You can see all of the comments and then you can reply right there, right from inside there. And guess what? Now all of the comments are threaded. So instead of there being one long comment stack, there are actually threads of comments so that you can see comments in context. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but let's talk about how much time that is. For every single comment, if in the past what you had to do was click, wait for the page to load, scroll and then find the comment, scroll back up to write your comment, think of all of that time. One comment might have burned, an extra, 60 to 120 seconds and all of that extra stuff. Now you just click the one thing, boom, you're instantly at a dialogue where you can read it, see it in context and reply. And then you can click a button that says, mark the task as done and close the comment, right? All of that shaves off all of that time. Now multiply that by the number of comments that you're replying to throughout the day. Multiply that by the number of times that you're actually at work, however many days it is per year, and then multiply that by the number of people in your workforce. Add that up, and that's how much time this one single enhancement is going to be saving you inside Simpleology 5.9. We call Simpleology 5.9 the Built for Speed edition because we've done a ton of little tiny improvements like this throughout the interface to make everything so much faster. Now here's what's really cool. I'm actually not as excited about this right now as I was months ago because we are now hot on the task of building Simpleology 6.0, which is an enormous leap forward. It is going to be the biggest leap forward we have had yet. It's going to make things even faster than what you see in Simpleology 5.9, which is kind of hard to believe because there's so many time-saving features that we've added in there. But that's what we're building now, and it's actually coming around the corner a lot faster than you may think. I don't like to promise release dates on such things. I think it's always the kiss of death when you do that because you never hit the release date right. But it will be coming a lot sooner than most people think. But anyway, meanwhile, definitely take advantage of Simpleology 5.9. Go to simpleology.com/59 to read the blog post series that explains some of the underlying business concepts, that explain the philosophy underneath Simpleology 5.9. If you don't understand that stuff, it's very useful for you to know as a business owner, regardless, whether you're a business owner, whether you function in a business. These are concepts that you absolutely need to understand. If you don't understand the concepts that are explained in that very, very simple and easy to read cartoon blog post series, it'll take you just a couple minutes to read it. You're at an enormous disadvantage if you don't have that knowledge. You need to know those things. So go to simpleology.com/59. Keep your eye out for your invitation. You will get an invitation to upgrade. We will walk you through the upgrade process. Our robots will migrate all of your data over to the new system. And then boom, you'll be up and running on Simpleology 5.9, moving much, much faster than you were before. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Go to simpleology.com/5, together, /59/59. Read that post. Very, very important stuff for you to understand there, guys. And I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to hearing how you're experiencing this. what kind of benefits you're getting from it, what kind of new stuff you'd like to see. We have this as an open conversation with all of our users, by the way. We're always wanting to find out what you want to see next. We have a very, very clear plan for what's going to be in Simpleology 6.0. I don't think we're going to be adding anything new to that. When you see that, you'll be thankful for what it is. It's pretty amazing. But for the iterations that we're going to be building after that, we are looking for new ideas. We already have a roadmap for several versions, even after version 6. There's some very, very significant things that we're going to be releasing. But again, this is an open conversation with the user base. We want to hear from you guys what you want, and we have to manage all of this in the context of what resources we have, what you guys want, what the vision is that we have moving forward, and then we have to merge all of that together in a beautiful cocktail that hopefully makes as many people happy and productive as possible. Now, one more thing I want to tell you guys about Simpleology 5.9. We, in this version, have released a public open API. This means that if you are an app developer and you want to develop apps that communicate with Simpleology, you can now do that. Okay, that is part of Simpleology 5.9. If you are such a developer and you want to integrate with Simpleology now through our open API, just go to simpleology.com/support or send an email to support@simpleology.com, and those guys will get you set up with that. I look forward to establishing that relationship with many of you. I know that many of you guys watching this are software developers and have been bugging me about doing an open API for a long time. Well, guess what? It's here now. A lot of other surprises in Simpleology 5.9 as well. Hope you guys enjoy it. Look forward to your feedback, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. You have a beautiful day.